Alright, what's up YouTube? So cleaning out this area. This is actually my neighbor's property where you can see grass and then not grass, the property line. And when we bought the house, not all of the windows had screens in them. So I was down here cleaning up some of this brush, just getting some of the vines out. Anyway, so the screens, when we bought our house, not all the windows had screens in them. They're Andersen windows, and I was pulling stuff out down there and found a stack of screens buried. This is the first one I found and didn't realize what it was and just kind of jerked on it and snapped it. But once I realized what it was and that they were screens for our windows, I started being a little more careful. So these things have been buried down here for at least 3 years, probably longer than that, because I never saw them whenever I came down here. But there's another one that I'm trying to get out. But aside from that one being a little bent up from me pulling on it a little too hard, they're still in awesome shape. I'm going to spray the screen out and straighten that out and just stick it back in the window. So I was very surprised with how durable they are. They've probably been down here 4 or 5 years, if not more. So I'm in the middle of cleaning these. This is one that's mostly been cleaned. It's still got a little bit of trash that needs to be taken out of the screen. This is the other one that I haven't cleaned yet. Let's see. Pretty nasty, but I have to say I am pretty impressed. This thing's been buried somewhere, I don't know, 3 or more years, I guess. Took a brush, cleaned everything up. It's got a few holes in it, but nothing terrible. I'm gonna see if I can patch this little area. And so they are, I don't know if you can make it out or not, but it is the Andersen screens that go to our windows. So, and I think that they go to these dormers up here. There were 3 of them. None of these dormers have windows or screens in the window, and I'm pretty sure that's what they are. I think the people who lived here before us, they had kids also. I think they must have taken them out so that if there was a fire or something, their kids could get out on the roof. Which is understandable, but there's also a window right over here next to the chimney that doesn't have a screen. And so I'm not sure why they decided to take all of them out, but they did. And I'm also not sure why they didn't just like put them in the attic instead of toss them down in the woods, but they did. Alright, so here is the finished product. The screens are not in great shape. They've got some holes in them, and they've kind of broken loose around some of the edges, like right up here. And this one is actually a little worse. It's kind of out all the way down that side. And then there's a big tear here. So I think I'm going to end up just putting new screen in it. I'm going to put them in like this for now, but I don't have any metal screen at the moment. So I'm just going to go ahead and put them in and then rescreen them at some point in the future. But I'm pretty impressed that the frames held up as well as they did. This one's got a few little bends in it. I flattened out the top with a hammer and then just kind of bent it back into place. So this one is not perfect. It had a few little spots on each side, but it wasn't hard to bend it back. It just doesn't look great. But this one here on the right is, I mean, aside from the screen being a little messed up, like it's in great shape. So I'm impressed. These were sitting, I mean, they were covered in dirt. They were completely covered. They weren't maybe more than an inch down, but I'm impressed that they were actually buried for a minimum of 3 years, if not longer, and they're still in this good a shape. So anyway, I just thought this was an interesting video to make. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more of my videos, subscribe, and I will talk to you later.